Hey everyone, this is Dr. Blakeney and I am at the Manassas battlefield, about 25 miles or 40 kilometers west of Washington, D.C. This is the site of the first major battle of the U.S. Civil War, July 21st, 1861. Troops from the north arrived behind me on Matthews Hill, and they're successful in pushing the Confederate or the Southern troops south to about where I stand right now, to this pine bluff behind me. Put on my sunglasses real quick. And the Union troops stationed themselves over here behind what is the Henry farm here. And so the Union troops set up 11 cannons over here, and the Confederate set up 13 guns over here. They basically fought back and forth throughout the day. Between 2 and 5 p.m. This land changed hands about 5 different times, but eventually the Confederates won. A couple of interesting things about this battle. You might have seen pictures during the Civil War of people coming out to watch battles. This is where this happened. People set up picnics on both sides, both the South and the North, and they came to watch the battle unfold. They thought it was going to be the only battle of the Civil War. They thought the war was going to be done very quickly, and that didn't happen. Another thing that happened here is Stonewall Jackson got his name. His real name is Thomas Jackson, and during the battle here, he was brave. He was standing, wasn't moving his troops when he could have been, and so they called this, so they renamed him Stonewall Jackson. Another thing I learned was about the guns here. So the Union had these cannons that were firing over, and they fired 3 different things. They fired big metal balls, which is what you normally see when you go to a battle site like this, and those balls would bounce across, and whatever they hit, they would just basically bowl over, knock legs, knock arms, kill horses, whatever was in their path. It just rolled through. Another thing that came out was what would be similar to a shotgun, so a bunch of tiny little metal shards that would impale whatever they hit. And finally, they had basically cannons. They had balls that had fuses on them, and the fuses had a certain length, and that length determined when the cannon would go off. Another thing I learned about this area is this is where the first monument to the Civil War was placed, and it's right over. You can probably see next to the house, you can see they erected a monument for the Patriots that lost on 1861. So the outcome of the battle, the most deaths of any engagement of the United States since its inception in the 1700s. I believe about 5,000 troops were killed or wounded when you add them up during the first battle in 1861. And then after the battle, they both realized this is not going to be a short war. They kind of regrouped. The U.S., the Union, tried to take over Richmond, unsuccessful. They fought here again in August of 1862. That battle was 3 days long. About double died, so about 5,000 casualties during that battle. And then they went and fought Antietam. Another thing I learned about being here is that this is called the Manassas battlefield, although the Northerners call it the Battle of Bull Run. And the reason for that is the Park Service decided that they would name battles based on whoever won the battle. In this case, in both the first and the second battle of Manassas, the Confederates won, and so they call it the Manassas battlefield, even though the Northerners call it the Battle of Bull Run. The Battle of Antietam, which happened just after this, after the second battle of Manassas, is called Antietam, although the South called it the Battle of Sharpsburg, which was a town very close to where the battle took place, just north of here in Maryland. So anyways, I hope that gives you a good introduction to the Battle of Manassas, the first major battle of the Civil War here in Northern Virginia. Out of about 10,000 skirmishes in the Civil War, 4,000 of them happened here in Virginia, but this was the first major battle. All right, see you in the classroom soon. Take care. Bye-bye.